Is now beginning in Washington. Let's listen.
Dynamic threat environment. The mission of the Secret Service is clear. We cannot afford to fail. After reviewing the planning, event details, and coordination with partner agencies regarding the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump on July 13th, our mission assurance review is nearing its completion. As I've said, this was a failure on the part of the United States Secret Service. It's important that we hold ourselves accountable for the failures of July 13th, and that we use the lessons learned to make sure that we do not have another failure like this again. The findings of the Mission Assurance Review have prompted the Secret Service to move into the accountability phase of this process. The Office of Professional Responsibility and the Office of Integrity are reviewing the findings, and as a result of these failures, what has become clear to me is we need a shift in paradigm in how we conduct our protective operations. As was demonstrated on Sunday in West Palm Beach, the threat level is evolving and requires this paradigm shift. But here are some of the findings from this Mission Assurance Review. With respect to command and control of the site in Butler, Pennsylvania, the Secret Service has the main responsibility of building the site plan. We cannot abdicate or defer our responsibilities to others. Advanced team personnel have an obligation to ensure that each site meets the protective requirements and principles of Secret Service methodologies. The Secret Service did not give clear guidance or direction.
That was the cue.
Yes.
This is gonna be fun.
You said okay.
No, I said, oh, I was responding to your message. Oh my gosh. You know what? This is why live to live is fun.
I thought you spelled it wrong.
I'm sitting there like I'm trying to get this last thing, and I'm like, why am I on the screen? All right, cool. Welcome to Trifecta Hour.
He was babbling.
Oh God. Welcome to Trifecta Hour. I'm AJ. This is Prince. We in the building. Inked has the night off, so we just gonna carry the torch and make this work for
Hold
you
on.
for the next 50. Huh?
What kind of torch?
You know
Tiki?
what? So you know we are on that side with the people.
You on both sides.
Anyway, so as you saw at the top, you know, that was the acting director of the Secret Service giving an update on the failures of July 13th, and so it fit right in with our show, so we figured we'd give you that video right at the top. But let's get into it. So President Donald Trump avoided a second attempt on his life as he golfed in Florida last Sunday. This would-be shooter was yet another mentally ill, deranged individual who is Republican in name only, because I don't know any Republicans who donate to Democrats and who defy their own moral compass by supporting polar opposite candidates. The 58-year-old animal was armed with an AK-47 style rifle and was about 300 to 500 yards away from Trump. How'd that happen again? Anyway, they found a scope, 2 backpacks with ceramic tile, and a GoPro camera in the bushes at the golf course. Yesterday, Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz raised alarms with an unverified claim that multiple assassination teams are targeting President Trump. According to Gaetz, a source within the Department of Homeland Security provided information suggesting that 5 teams are allegedly plotting to unalive Trump. This explosive assertion has sent shockwaves through political circles, further heightening security concerns around the former president as the 2024 election season gains momentum. Prince, what are your thoughts on this whole debacle?
If a picture could tell 1,000 words, listen,
baby.
They don't train them like they used to. Y'all missing. Y'all got GoPros. Y'all shooting sideways. Like what are we doing? Like what are we doing? No, no. In all seriousness, like I don't care if I don't like the candidate. Let the elections happen. Elections is the foundation of American politics.
That part.
This shit that we're doing now, Cuba does that shit. Beirut does that shit. Name an island from an 80s action movie where it's only one person running, and if you dare run a la resistance, you get your head chopped off. Like we need to stop this shit. And far as the Secret Service, I remember, I don't know if you, AJ, but I remember when I was growing up, the Secret Service was not to be fucked with.
Not at all.
Like you couldn't even like breathe within a block of anybody that they were supposed to be protecting.
I
So
told my Bill Clinton story.
hey,
So,
listen, and when I was at Fayetteville Tech Community College, Obama during his first run came through. They had that place shut down. Like you would get pushed out the way. Like if you sneezed, like they would put you in quarantine. Like it was
Yep.
bananas. So I'm trying to figure out now, why are our leaders, our public officials so easily accessible? And don't give me no social media, don't give me no Facebook shit, don't give me no X shit. I'm talking about in real life. Again, when you're dealing with unhinged individuals, radical individuals that will do anything and everything to um to get their objective done, we have to be more diligent in how we're protecting people. This is insane. Like you telling me you can't golf without getting your head clipped off, you can't go to the store, you can't just fundamentally campaign for you to become president without having attempts on your life. And we will be saying the same thing if it was Kamala. It's just the day you start advocating for assassinations, political assassinations, we have lost. America is done for. So anybody just think about it. If you want Kamala in office and people were taking attempts on her, you will feel a certain type of way because you're like, this is not what this is about. So all you people that are advocating, cheering, saying, hey, we need to have better aim and shit like that, just remember, with all this shit that's happening, when you get a knock on your door with people wearing shades, don't call me. Do not call me.
You said, why are our political figures accessible? No. Why is Trump accessible?
Oh, my bad.
Because ain't nobody else getting the work. Ain't nobody else getting worked out right now. How the hell you have two attempts on this man's life within 6 months, and then we gonna sit back and act like, oh, this happens all the time? Not one but two, unprecedented because it's Trump. And to think that there won't be more is ridiculous. And then I do think, although they're trying to downplay what Matt Gaetz said, Matt Gaetz wouldn't have said it if he didn't have someone in his ear from that department in his ear. Like, he would have never said it. He would have just let it rock. So clearly there is a several live threats, and a few of them probably came through our southern border, but we gonna leave that alone. But so we just gonna act like we don't understand that. But it is what it is. But these are clear, viable threats. It's either a mole in the Secret Service or there's some problems, because there is no way. 40 years. Ronald Reagan was the last time there was an attempt on a president, sitting president, former president, whatever. It's life. And the fact that this man is so accessible, but I will give Joe Biden credit. He did say he had Trump said they had a nice call. And he said, we're going to beef up your security. But how about you turn down the rhetoric as well? That might help as well. It's one thing, when you sling in mud, I get it. It's an election year. That's what you're supposed to do. But the stuff y'all are saying are really activating your mentally ill people, right? The threat to democracy. He's going to take your rights. You won't be able to get in.
He's going to send you back to the fields.
The extremes of the extremes of the extremes. And you have the other candidate who keeps repeating these things, keep saying these things every time. I mean, she has the same script everywhere she goes, but I'm saying, she keeps fanning the flames and making it worse. And it's just like, when do you get to the point where you say, okay, enough is enough? Yeah, we still gonna battle, and we still gonna battle for the seat. But I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. But do you remember after the first assassination attempt when the View said they were gonna turn down the rhetoric? That the next day they were like, oh,
Turn down for what?
we're gonna turn down the rhetoric. We're gonna be better about it. And then literally last week you got Joy Behar trying to urge Usher to endorse Kamala blindly and saying that Donald Trump's an existential threat to democracy. Well, when you're saying that, that is why these idiots are activated. They're not activated based on Trump's rhetoric. He has some culpability in that, but a lot of it, y'all have the lock on the media. No one else has the lock on the media. Y'all got it. Y'all the ones with the power. Y'all the ones who can tell who says what story goes, what story doesn't. And the fact that you have over 90% negative coverage of Trump and over 90% great coverage for the other candidate tells us everything we need to know. So y'all have control over that, not Trump. Trump hasn't even tried to get control over y'all because he believes in freedom of the press. Unlike the side that's supposed to believe in that. But anyway, we're gonna leave that alone. There's also beef between Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and the feds because Ronnie refuses to turn over the animal who almost took President Trump out. DeSantis announced on Tuesday that the state of Florida would open their own criminal investigation into the latest attempt on Trump's life. The probe will run concurrent to the federal investigation into the incident. People have accused DeSantis, of course, of overstepping his boundaries, that he's only using this for national attention and to help sway Florida for Trump. Do you think, Prince, do you think Governor DeSantis is correct here?
Listen, I wish our barista, our correspondent barista was here because she could get into the law particulars of if he's overstepping his boundaries or not. But I will say this.
It's not.
I'm only going to speak on what I know. AJ, you my boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the governor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just going to hand you over.
Right.
You're going to have to come get him. No, come get him. Am I breaking any laws? No. Okay, then. Well, he going to remain right here in the United States of Prince until you legislate that I have to turn him over. How about that? That's how we're doing this. Because listen, if you're in positions of power and you can help out your people legally and lawfully, why not? What's wrong? What's wrong with it? Y'all do it. The other side does it. You protect who you want to protect. So I'm protecting the homie. No, I'm not turning them over. I'm good. You can say what you want to say. You can say it's for national attention and all that stuff. Because guess what? If I turn them over, then people say I'm a coward. I have no loyalty. If I don't turn them over, you say I'm overstepping my bounds. I'm doing it for attention. So guess what? There's no winner here. So guess what? I'm going to err on the side of my power. What is in my power to do as the governor, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on that. So I don't understand why people are so up in horns. Oh yeah, I know why they're up in horns, because it's a Republican, because it's DeSantis, and it's Florida, the bane of AJ, you remember that meme, the Bugs Bunny meme, when he's sawing off Florida from the map? Florida. It's like they banned books. Can you get the book on Amazon? Can you get the book from the library? Can you get the book from a Kindle, a PDF? Then they're not banning books. Don't say gay.
Oh my God.
Is it in the bill? Does it say don't say gay bill?
I couldn't believe Kamala said that. I can't believe she even brought that up. I can't.
I can, because when you say it, what does it do? It elicits emotions, and that's all you need. Nobody's going to fact check. It's going to get upset. If Trump gets back in, they're going to make y'all pick cotton again. They're going to bring back slavery. Nobody's going to search. Nobody's going to look and see if that's even remotely able to happen. They're going to. The Supreme Court is going to ban interracial marriage. 3 of them are in interracial marriages. So why would they sign off on their own spouse, significant other being gone?
Right.
Go ahead, AJ. I don't. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, he is within his rights as governor That's his job, right? It happened on his land. He has the right to say we're not going to turn them over. And the reason why, he's listening to his constituents. He's listening to the people of Florida who don't trust the feds. Period. Look how y'all handle Butler. Y'all cremated the dude before y'all had all the evidence you needed. Y'all cleaned up the crime scene. What the fuck? This is why he's not turning the man over. And then you're gonna turn him over, and God knows what's gonna happen to him then. So we'll keep him in Florida and do it the right way. Y'all do y'all little whatever y'all need. We'll provide to y'all, but he's well within his rights as a governor. People forget governors are very powerful.
Very.
And they're basically a mini president. And that's their state, and that's his state. If it happened in any other state, the governor is well within their rights to say we're not going to turn him over. And in his instance, I get the mistrust. We barely got the report from the Secret Service today, which isn't even complete. He said it's almost done. We barely got the report, and here we go with another attempt. And y'all think we gonna wait till after the election to get the results from that attempt? No, I'd rather have an expedited report where we know what went on, and then we have a governor who's on top of it, who's actually doing things the way they should be done and not playing politics. And we know this was a massive failure within the Secret Service. And then also the fact that the first attempt happened and his security wasn't beefed up then tells you everything you need to know. The security should have been beefed up at that moment, not after the second attempt, because we're going to wait until someone's successful to say, oh, well, let's get you more security. It's too late. It's too late. And thank God, someone was on their job that day and was like, oh, we see somebody, and started popping, pop, 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 pop. But, I'm doing double duty here. But right. Oh, go ahead.
But hold on, AJ. But you know what's also funny about this situation? Like you said, people don't. And again, you always argue about this. Civics, basic civics, governor. That's his state.
That's his state.
He runs it. He can call in the National Guard. He could call for resources. He could do it. He could do whatever he needs to do.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
People just read a fucking book. Unbanned book.
Remember they're banned. we will be right back.
Probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
Hey.
Tonight, Republican candidate Mark Robinson vowing to stay in the race for governor in North Carolina.
Stop the show. Stop the show.
Sorry.
Listen, I get it. Now it's time for our trending topic.
Vehemently denying an explosive new report purporting to show dozens of his disturbing comments online.
They want to focus on salacious tabloid lies. We're not going to let them do that. We are staying in this race. We are in it to win it.
The current lieutenant governor facing a swirl of speculation about the fate of his campaign after CNN today published what it called a series of inflammatory comments on a pornography website's message board more than a decade ago, before Robinson began his political career. NBC News has not verified the authenticity of the posts. CNN says include Robinson referring to himself as a black Nazi and expressing support for reinstating slavery. Writing, "Slavery is not bad. Some people need to be slaves. I wish they would bring it back. I would certainly buy a few." CNN also reporting Robinson, who publicly supports a 6-week ban on abortion with exceptions, wrote that he did not care if a celebrity got an abortion, writing, quote, "I don't care, I just want to see the sex tape." CNN says the comments were all made under the same username, and that Robinson used it elsewhere on the internet, including product reviews on Amazon. But tonight, Robinson blasting it as tabloid trash.
Let me reassure you, the things that you will see in that story, those are not the words of Mark Robinson. You know my words, you know my character, and you know that I have been completely transparent in this race and before.
No stranger to polarizing comments, Robinson has come under scrutiny in the past for calling the Holocaust hogwash, which he later said was a poorly worded remark that wasn't anti-Semitic.
Come November, I plan on being the first black governor of North Carolina.
He's a social conservative who's been endorsed by former President Trump.
This is Martin Luther King on steroids, okay?
North Carolina, a battleground state in the presidential race, but a tough one for Democrats, who haven't won it since 2008.
And Laura, the Trump campaign weighing in here tonight?
Yes, Lester, the Trump campaign saying the former president is focused on winning North Carolina. Meanwhile, if Robinson were to get out of this race, he only has until 11:59 tonight if Republicans have any hopes of replacing him as their nominee.
All right, Laura Jarrett, thanks very much.
Prince.
Oh, North Carolina. Take your shirt off. Swing it around your head. Swing it like a helicopter. Listen, Mark. Full disclosure, I am in North Carolina. This is my state. Mark, those may not be the words of Mark Robinson now, but Sexy Noxy 3756, those were his words. And listen, do we grow as a people? Absolutely. How many of your favorite politicians, celebrities, or whatever, we do it every time. What do we call it now? It's the "is this you" moment, the "is this you" era, where people go back and they find shit that you said. Especially when you get into politics, everything is on the table. Everything that you have done will come to light. That's just the way it is. Hell, even creators like you and I, people will find shit and they will be like, "Hey, did you say this?" I absolutely did.
Baby.
I absolutely did. I absolutely did. I get letters all the time talking about, "Hey, we saw you on this website. Scan this QR code and give us $3,000 in Bitcoin or we're going to expose you." People are bored. People have nothing to do. This election is highly charged. You heard what he said. North Carolina is a battleground state. I'm not excusing anything that he has said because that's him. That's his journey. That's his kinks. We don't kink shame here. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, we good. But Mark Robinson, I don't believe you, brother. I believe that Amazon. Like, and you know when older people do shit because they don't change stuff. Like, they keep the same shit. Oh. You don't cover your tracks. You leave a digital footprint, fingerprint, or whatever it is. Look, you did it. You said it. Okay. You're deep in the trenches. You got to save face. You're not dropping out of the race. But I don't believe that you didn't say that shit. I believe you did say it. Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's you on nudeafrica.com and all that shit. Boy, that search history was crazy. But all in all, just let this be a lesson to anybody, future politicians, especially when something is emotionally charged. If you know that you got some shit out there and it's going to be exposed, you need to see, is it worth it me running? Having all my skeletons out of the closet, is it worth it? And Mark Robinson, you just found out the hard way. They don't want Trump to win. So anybody close to him, they are digging. Now that I think about it, maybe that's the reason why JD Vance is where he is now, because he's clean. Nothing has, knock on wood, nothing has come out about JD Vance yet.
Right.
Yet. So when people be like, why did they pick him? Why did they pick him? It's because they need somebody that's absolutely clean, as clean as possible. And Mark Robinson, baby, North Carolina, Freak Elite, you need Petey Pablo to come out and speak on your behalf, sir.
So this is why I tell people, be upfront with your freak. Be upfront with it. This way, no one can ever hold it against. See, like your boy yesterday, like the one we was fighting with on Twitter all for the last week at this point. He gonna go back 13 years into AJ's rant room on X and started finding old tweets and he started liking them. And I was like, if I didn't want you to see these, I would have just created a new X account, started from scratch, and you would have never known these tweets existed. That's how you know I don't have no secrets. So go ahead, like them all, screenshot them all, share them. I don't care. So this is how you do damage control, people, because there's also a thing where he allegedly paid for someone to have an abortion that he knocked up or whatever. This is why you gotta be ahead of it, y'all. Yes, when you standing up there evangelizing about abortion, you gotta own your stuff too in that moment. I made mistakes. You have to say that to the people so they know that you're not perfect. I'm not standing up here perfect. I'm standing up here because of my mistakes. That's how you that. So then when they go fishing for Freak Nick 44. And yeah, why do people the same email you shop with Amazon don't use for your freaks? That they should not be the same email. Mark Robinson 2223.44
at
gmail.com. Well, actually, it's like Hotmail. Don't do that. It should not be the same email. Your freak email should be different from your banking email, which should be different from what you purchase stuff email. All my emails are different. So you ain't gonna catch AJ out there. But AJ up front with his freak, So
Easy.
so hey, don't judge me. No kink shame in here. So where are we? Now let's watch this video from LGBT activist Keith Boyke.
You remember the Chappelle Show skit with Clayton Bigsby, the black white supremacist? Well, hold on to your horses because we now have a real-life Clayton Bigsby. Meet Mark Robinson, the Republican candidate for governor of North Carolina. CNN has just uncovered comments he made on a porn site called Nude Africa, where he called himself a black Nazi and said he wanted to bring back slavery because some people need to be slaves. He even suggested he would join the KKK. Donald Trump has endorsed Robinson and called him
Martin Luther King on steroids, okay?
But Robinson himself described Dr. King as a commie bastard, and he calls him Martin Lucifer Coon.
I said, I think you're better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times 2. And he looked at me, and I wasn't sure, was he angry because that's a terrible thing to say, or was he complimented? I have never figured it out.
Robinson also suggested that
why.
black people should pay reparations to white people. Yes, you heard that right. These are the type of self-hating black people who support Donald Trump. But wait, there's more. As a politician, Robinson is a conservative Christian who has threatened to lock up transgender people in North Carolina.
Lock 'em up.
But as a private citizen, he actually loves transgender porn and fantasizes about secretly peeping at women in public gym showers, according to today's report. Robinson had a long problematic history even before this story came out. He called the Black Panther movie trash, made by a satanic Marxist. He claimed that Halle Berry and Mariah Carey wear whore dresses, and he called Michelle Obama a man. He wants to ban abortion under all circumstances, even in cases of rape and incest in North Carolina. But he paid for a woman to have an abortion in the past. He even endorsed violence and said that
Some folks need killing.
he also
True.
defended Harvey Weinstein and blamed a female victim of domestic violence for being punched by a male football player. He blamed the woman for being punched by a male football player.
Some liberal somewhere is going to say that sounds awful. Too bad.
A recent news story showed that he was also a regular at a local porn shop, but Robinson denies that. And wherever there's racism and sexism, there's homophobia as well. And CNN found evidence that Robinson repeatedly used the F word to describe people he thought were in the LGBTQ community. And this is all happening while Donald Trump and JD Vance have spent the last week promoting a racist lie about Haitian immigrants eating people's dogs and cats. This is disgusting. The Republican Party
That's
is
right, they eat
trash,
humans.
and no black person with any self-respect should be associated with them. Whether it's Tim Scott professing his love for Donald Trump, or Byron Donalds letting white men rub his head, or Mark Robinson wanting to join the KKK, black Republicans are exhausting and embarrassing.
Prince.
First of all, sir, nipple band-aids, get them. Listen, the next time you decide to make a video in broad daylight and your high beams is on like that, because I was distracted, because Them
didn't even
things
see
was
that.
percolating.
I didn't even see him.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I was
listen,
so annoyed by what he was saying. But go ahead.
listen, man, could cut glass. Listen, AJ, this is my thing about they okay. What Mark Robinson did, fine, and then you try to paint all conservatives and black Republicans like that. So let me ask you this: was Frederick Douglass self-hating? He was a Republican. Frederick Douglass is one of the most, if not the most influential black Americans to ever be born. So you're telling me that he's a self-hating black man when he actually tried his best to make sure people like you know that there's life outside the plantation. There's life outside what master has taught you and told you you should be. So be careful when you call Republicans self-hating black people. I'm a black Republican. I'm a conservative. I'm a Christian. I married a black wife. I have black children. My pants are black. So when you say that we're self-hating, that is not true. That is not true. And I'm sick of it. Yes. Do sometimes people lay it on think, yes, Donald Trump, I was very annoyed with the Martin Luther King thing. And the reason why Robinson probably was bewildered, because he was like, hey, look, I know what MLK was about, like behind the scenes and stuff. Don't compare us. But come to find out, they might be, they might correlate in some places. But that's here nor there. But that whole video, what that showed me is the same rhetoric as to why this man has had several attempts on his life, and anybody else that is close to him gets so much backlash because you say outright lies, and nobody they hate the man so much they'll just believe it. They hate Mark Robinson so good they'll believe it. He said that he wants to ban abortion no matter what. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's an outright lie. He did not say that. So once you start lying, I don't care how well done the video is. I don't care how shapely your chest is. I don't care how perky your nipples is. I'm going to check out. And I'm so sick of them calling myself, you, Inked, and other black people self-hating. And yes, you know what? And this also, I'm going to put some of this on the white Republicans, the white conservatives. Y'all make shit so awkward. Y'all do too much. Like, why are you touching Byron Donald's head? Like, what do you do? Just shake his hand like a man. What are you rubbing his head for? I get it, because a lot of y'all do like the quote unquote conservative black person that's not a victim because we're not on your asses. Like we're about accountability. We're about building ourselves up. We're about doing what we need to do for ourselves. We're not worried about blaming nobody else. So I get it. You're like, whoo, God, this not a person that's gonna come in here and say I own reparations. Kill Whitey. He not gonna say any of that. So whoo, thank you, God. I'm gonna embrace that. And that's fine. But some of y'all do too much. He's one of the good ones. Like he's more blacker than this person. Like, no, y'all do too much. Just say, I appreciate you being a soldier with the movement. We need more soldiers, and just move on. Rubbing my head and telling me I'm Martin Luther King times 3. Like, no. Let's stop comparing black people. Let's let black people, each black person, be their own individual.
That part.
So, but again, did that person benefit from Obama, AJ? I'm not familiar with Boykin.
Yes, he's very educated. He's Harvard graduate. I read his bio before we came on. He's Harvard graduate. He's written a bunch of like LGBT books, and he went from corporate something, if I can recall, to being an independent. Basically, he's doing what I'm doing, but much more successful.
So any of those books or anything that you come across, does he lead with race or does he lead with his sexuality?
I don't know, but it looks like he leads with his sexuality.
Okay, go ahead, AJ.
Yeah. Again, this is why I say just tell everything up front, that no one can use it against you on the back end, and that's part of what I like about Christians who are honest. and say, okay, look, I wasn't always sanctified, holy, and standing up here, giving you the word and the good news. I wasn't always that person. I was ratchet. I was ghetto. I was out here slanging and danging and all of that stuff. And you tell it all up front, and nobody can say on the back end, well, we got you, bitch.
Got it, man.
Especially when you loud, black, Republican,
Conservative.
you gotta give it all up like this. Herschel Walker's another example. If he was upfront about his stuff, he'd probably be the senator right now. But you gotta let people know up front, hey, look, this is, I was ratchet. But let's talk about race play for a moment, because we talked about this before the show started.
Oh, God.
Okay, so when I had my freak Twitter account, you have a lot of profiles in that race play world, right? And a lot of these profiles say Black Lives Matter. So y'all all black, blackity, black, black. But you want white women and men to degrade you.
Dr. Umar would be ashamed.
I'm a little perplexed here. But these are also the same people who backed up Virginia Governor Ralph Northam when he did blackface. Y'all still voted for him, right? Y'all didn't call out Barack Obama when he endorsed Justin Trudeau, who did blackface. In fact, Barack Obama endorsed him not once, but twice. Nobody called out Barack Obama. There was no outrage videos about Barack. What are you doing? This man defiled, our history and then blah, 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 blah. No one's called out Joe Biden on a megaphone, on a mega level. But y'all
Fried
voted
chicken to a dinner.
And again, since you brought that up, could you imagine if Donald John Trump showed up to your house, Prince, with a chicken dinner, cameras rolling, everybody smiling?
Does he have an orange soda?
The optics on that would be wow. Trump's a racist. He brought fried chicken.
Look at that coon eating the chicken with him. Look
exactly.
at him.
And then he brought it in a plastic bag in the styrofoam container. I mean, it was just black and ghetto as fuck. But he does it. Nothing. We don't see it. We don't care. So here's the thing: if you're not calling out your own side, this is why that's why I'm so bored with like TikTok Live and stuff, because the conversation is so disingenuous. If you can't say I don't agree with that and my side messed up on that, but you calling out somebody else, nah. And the fact that you had to dig back how many years, 12, 13 years into this man's history to try to find something on him,
Amazon,
that just tells you right there that he's not doing it today. And if he is, he's gotten better at covering it up, but I don't think he's doing it today. I truly believe he means what it says what he means, but where he messed up was not being upfront about his freaky. You got to be upfront about your freaky. Like AJ was upfront about his freaky. I like my freaky. So, but I got my freak. Shut up, Prince. I got, freak Twitter's gone, but pornography is another subject. We should talk about that one day on the show. Maybe after the election, we could talk about the history.
You should make it.
No, we're good. We will be right back. At AJ'sRantRoom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to AJ'sRantRoom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed. All right, now it's time to get petty.
Normally our sister goes first. She's
Right.
So.
What, we gonna pour some out for the homies?
Yeah. Because what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna tell you, these dumbass liberals, okay, get fucked. That's Ink's petty. My petty Love you, girl. My petty is to people who think that views and followers and I guess clicks and likes mean that you're somebody. It doesn't, because it's subjective. If I'm Shannon Sharp, likes, views, and all that stuff matters because
Right.
that's my job. That's what
Right.
I'm supposed to do. I'm an entertainer. I'm in the media. I'm supposed to be popular. I am a 42-year-old retired police officer and military veteran, father of 3, husband to 1 beautiful black successful businesswoman, and I'm graduating with my doctorate in May of next year in criminal justice. These likes are icing on the cake. The people that listen to Trifecta Hour and listen to Real Time with Prince Blue, that is icing on the cake. That means that I have enough about myself that makes people want to check in with me, hang out with me, and listen to me. That is a blessing. I don't treat those people as things or people that I can manipulate. Do I try to make stuff funny and provocative and conversation and thought provoking? Yes. But what I will not do, and I will never ever do in my life, is relegate myself to likes and views on a video. So when you call yourself, when I say something to you, when I roast your ass or I say something to you, and then the first thing you want to do is click the link and say, oh man, he only had 12 views on his last video. Okay. You're lonely. You don't have a woman or a man. You spend your life playing grab ass in a parking lot with other men and women and eat sausages. Congratulations. I don't come to your shit. I don't screenshot you being at a tailgate or whatever the fuck you do for a living. I don't do that. So why are you screenshot talking about likes? And by the way, we're talking about something totally different. What does my likes of a show have to do with anything? So my petty is the people that really, whatever screen name or username they use on social media, they become that. No, I'm not real Prince Blue in real life. I am Prince Blue, and that's another reason why I put Prince Blue. I didn't come up with a funny username like Thickums278. No, Prince Blue. This is who I am. Everything that you may find, and if I run for anything and Trifecta blow up, because it will blow up, Real Time will blow up, AJ's Rant Room will blow up, the Whenever podcast will blow up, and you will come back and you will go to all my tweets and you will screenshot and you'll be like, look what he said and did, and we'll say it again.
And that's the kind of people you actually want as leaders. You know, they're not perfect, because you look at all the leaders in the Bible, none of them were perfect.
None. There was only one.
Oh, well, Jesus, yes.
Exactly.
But other than Jesus, everyone else was imperfect and was ratchet.
That's the one book that's not banned, by the way.
Oh, Jesus. Well, they're trying to ban that one. But anyway, my petty goes out to Diddy.
Oh, God.
You got. Now you on the unalive watch. Allegedly. Isn't that when they die on the suicide watch? Anyway, you're part of a bigger problem in Hollywood. The music industry, the modeling industry, the dance industry, the acting industry, all of them industries, they're all weird, you know, and they all come together and y'all, you know, do the freaky stuff. And I told a little piece of one of my little piece of story, you know, I told on one of my videos on the TikTok or the Instagram. Go watch it. You can't think that you're going to do this many people wrong and that one day it's not going to come back to bite you on the ass. No matter how rich, no matter how famous, no matter how powerful. One thing you, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, et cetera, Kevin Spacey never banked on was the internet.
It's forever.
You never banked on people being able to galvanize in a way where they could literally be louder than you, because you had control over the police, the media, anything you wanted to get out, got out. Anything you didn't want to get out, didn't get out. Now you're in a position where you got to put your tail between your legs, humble yourself, and face the consequences. Same thing with Robert Kelly. This is symptomatic of thousands of other people. So while, yes, I'm excited for Diddy, whatever is going to happen, that he's in custody, there's still thousands of people in Hollywood doing the same thing that he did, and they're doing it as we speak. So let's not let's celebrate a little bit, but this is part of a bigger problem. And we got to take down as many of these people as possible, because there are some good people in Hollywood, and there are people who built honest careers in Hollywood without getting on the casting couch. But let's face it, when you're broke, when you're vulnerable, and they detect any brokenness in you, vultures like that manipulate the hell out of it. So that's how you end up in these freak offs, drugged out for days on end, not because that's what you like naturally, but because you're desperate and they sense that in you and they took advantage of you. And I'm just, hallelujah, praise God that I said no. Like I said in the video, there's some days where I kick myself because I God knows what I be driving. I mean, I might have some track marks on my arm, but God knows what I be driving.
Got that good shit.
But anyway, I think I made the right choice. I'll take the long view to success and prosperity. I'll take the long view. I don't care at this point. So yeah, Diddy, you're going down, boy, and I know you're part of a bigger puzzle, that they're putting together, and hopefully they don't Epstein you, and hopefully they don't block the list like they've blocked the Epstein list all these years. And what are we doing?
What do you hold on? What do you think? What do you think his cellmate is going to say?
Oh shit!
Take that! Take that! You bastard!
We will be right back.
Trifecta Hour, please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Woo! You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And if you really want to make us smile, you can subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Oh man, I wish I brought this meme. This funny Christian comedian. Her name is Anna Douglas. Follow her, look her up, Anna Douglas. And she was holding a bottle of holy water, and she was like, the one oil they did not find.
No, no. Why is holy water catching strays? No, we're not. No.
You need holy water all up and through there.
Water.
Anyway, now it's time for our memes of the week.
As y'all know, this is Ink's favorite segment. So, and I am in control of the pause, and she can't rush me. Love you, girl. Here we go. I gotta remember the pause.
Yes. Oh, see, look at you. That messed it up already.
I didn't do. Messed up.
You got 3 seconds, Prince. You got 3 seconds. So that means
okay.
pretty
Here
much
we
when
go.
it shows up, hit pause.
Boom. All right, memes of the week. Look how we've progressed as a country. In the 60s, Nice Shack. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like it. Walden's. Separate beds. What's up with... Why did they have separate beds back then? Like, they would show separate beds on TV. Like, they husband and wife, but they sleep in a separate bed. So when you wanted something, you would go over to her kid-sized bed. Like, that's stupid. Anyway, 70s. Nice. Growing up. Brady Bunch. More kids,
Jesus.
Dad was a successful accountant or lawyer or whatever the case may be. 80s, fun, rock star, mullet, badass kids, like wear punk rock hair. 90s, brownstone, apartments, condos, loving it, living life, somebody above you, somebody below you. 2010s. Look at that shit. Like you was kind of struggling. This was the roommate era where it was like 80 y'all in one house and you had to label your shit, make sure, or you will put a laxative in your food. True story. Somebody put a laxative in food at work because people kept stealing their food. And then in 2020s, you all purple hair weirdos. You're living on the floor in a pissy bed. You're going out being impersonators for $30 a day, and you can't pay your rent, but you're happy. All those pills and shit you're taking, but you're happy. Next meme. Oh, yeah.
That's on you.
Look at this. Old Don, the Haitian hunter. Y'all know what? Y'all gotta stop this shit, yo. Like, I get it. If I was a Haitian, if I was Wyclef, I don't like the way people are talking about my people either. But y'all going too far. Don is not a Haitian hunter. He only is relaying the information that he's receiving from the boots on the ground. And look, we didn't hear nothing from Peter. Peter, where you at? Why you ain't investigating? Why you ain't investigating filet min dog? Why you ain't investigating? Get it together. Next. Because it's on me. Why am I saying next? Oh, yeah. Kamala Harris in 2016. Apu, welcome to the Quickie Mark. May I help you, please? No. No squeezing the juice. No squeezing the juice. You can't use a water cup with You can't use a water cup with a Slurpee. No, sir. No, sir. No.
I'm done.
2024. Yeah. I'm in these streets, bitches. 10 different accents. Let's go. Yeah, because I remember I grew up in the middle class. Right. I grew up having to pat my head at night because it itched. Jesus. I had to sleep with my head off the side of the bed. Right, girl? Yeah, girl. And then as soon as the camera off, she put on that sheer shit and be walking around the street. Y'all know what they do. They be walking around the street, walking up and down the street. They some walking people. Shout out to the Indians. Y'all some walking ass people. You've never seen a fat Asian or a fat Indian person because they be walking.
Oh my God.
Next meme.
I can't.
Oh, save the best for last. Jussie Smollett. You know he had to get in. They pour baby on me and yelled, "This is Diddy country." I believe it. Diddy did that shit. Diddy did it. I believe you, Jussie. Free Jussie. Justice for Jussie. Because I believe that shit. I believe they pour baby oil on Jussie and yell, "This is Diddy country." Because Diddy is the type of person that he would tell you like his house is the United States, that he owns it and all that bullshit. But I do want to take this time. I think that's the last one, right, AJ?
I'm not sure.
Hold
Just
on. Let me
see what happens.
Oh, it should have been the last one. I can't unsee it, man. I can't unsee it. Jar Jar Binks and Kamala Harris in the same room together. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Why he doing it? He's already disrespected. Blah, blah, blah. Did y'all pick Donald Trump's neck and called it pussy?
Oh my God.
Y'all did that. Y'all did that. So we gonna do that. And I just made fun of Don too. I'm an equal opportunist meme person. If the meme is funny, you gonna end up on here.
Baby.
I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it. I can't unsee it. Ice Lube.
Damn, we got one more.
Ice Lube. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God.
Yeah, I don't know, but
today seems
kind of
odd.
odd.
Y'all wrong. Like, no, these means Ice Lube.
Oh my God.
I can't do it. And those are the memes of the week.
All right.
They are going to hate me this
Oh my
week.
gosh. Now it's time for our Urban Dictionary word of the day. All right. So the word of the day is race play.
That's 2 words.
Look, just shut up. Race play is an avant-garde form of role play used by 2 consenting adults that incorporates race, hurtful and derogatory terms, and comments regarding the other race to fulfill and reach sexual pleasure. Although this is very controversial, most participating in race play keep things strictly sexual and do not support or advocate for racial inequalities. Friend 1, hey, you into race play? Friend 2, is you are comfortable. Black, I'm not saying I'm saying that. Oh my god.
Black what?
You get it. You get it.
I want to hear it.
All right,
I
shut
wanna
up. All
hear
right.
it.
I want that white. You bet, N-word. Worship my superior white. You know what?
It's worse when you try to.
Or because we gotta reverse it. White. Fuck. Woo.
See, it's hard. Pause. We can't. How does that even work? Like that.
Wait. I gotta finish. White. F me hard, N-word. Black. F yes, you white POS. That take that N-word. This is a bad idea. It's time for
You didn't read it out to yourself?
No, I literally, because I realized the segment was coming up and I was debating in my head if I wanted to do it. And I said, what word could I use? What word could I use? And literally while you were doing the memes, I looked it up. Anyway, and it's an Urban Dictionary word, so I used it. Anyway, it's time for Throw It Back Friday. What? Did you not put the video in there?
I was thinking about the FB harder. What if it's 2 black people? Like, how does that work? Like,
well, that is not race play. That's something else.
All right. Here we go.
Lord.
That's our sister.
So this is inked with the short hair.
Before she got her extensions.
Before she got her weave and her wigs and shit.
Let me tell you something, my sister. She was in shape, y'all. She was every bit of her 6'4" frame. Don't let her tell you anything different. Hey, girl.
Oh man. You want to keep going?
It is.
Oh.
Pause. All right.
Who this?
That is me as a police officer. For some reason, the church that Young Jock was at thought he needed security. There was no attempts on his life that day, thanks to me. But yeah, Young Jock was really cool, man. He was really personable. He had stories for days. He was just a real cool dude. And believe it or not, as a police officer, a lot of off-duty jobs is security for celebrities. You believe it or not, they want off-duty officers, sometimes in uniform, sometimes out of uniform. I've had everybody from Derek Coleman, Lil Wayne, Lloyd. I've done security for them all. I don't normally talk about it, but yeah, they may be saying F the police, but they be wanting you to keep away all your aunties that be out
All
there
right, all
trying to
right, all
jump
right,
on
all
'em.
right with this monologue. Damn,
Okay,
moving
okay, shut
on.
up.
Nobody want the whole story. All right, what did I do? Oh yeah, pause that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at
The
that. Look at
face,
that.
I can't see because the labels is at your face, but what is it?
Nothing. So this was a freshman year of college. This was like a variety show. So like all the clubs came together and did like a variety show. So there was like music, fashion, dance, obviously a band. You see the instruments in the background. So it was a dope show. And obviously I'm part of the fashion show here. This is the fashion show part. And I love those platform shoes because they made me like 6 feet tall, and I was excited for my life. But
Barely.
shut the fuck up. Anyway,
Yes,
yes.
man.
You want a close up? You could keep.
So what
going.
is this, hobo chic? What is this?
I don't know what the hell I was wearing. I think it's a overalls. I think that's what it was. I don't remember what's in the back or anything. I don't remember anything. I just remember I like the picture. Shut up. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Oh my gosh. All right. We only went 5 minutes over, which is pretty dope, which is crazy that we were able to fill all the time and
Yeah.
and even without inked, we still made it work. But we thank y'all so much for hanging with out for hanging out with us. And is there something I was supposed to be saying? Oh yeah. I forgot. So we appreciate you for watching. And we got, what is this? Episode 50. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna get this right. Hold on.
Get it right, N-word.
All right. Episode 68 is loaded. Peace out, y'all. Thank you.